You are human garbage, and your pretty face is going to hell. Good morning, sunshine. You're starting to wonder if any of this has actually happened. You vaguely remember March of 2020. You have a shadowy, hazy recollection of the time before. You remember years ago running across the notion that if left to one's own devices, the damaged psyche will create a fantasy realm featuring oneself as the hero. Freddie Mercury tells you that you're being overly dramatic. You always did appreciate his words of wisdom. You suddenly become aware of the music bleeding through the walls of your home. It is a Fat Tejano club mix, which you know to be a favorite of St. Francis. This should come as no surprise to you. After all, it is the 15th. It's always the 15th somewhere. This is known. This being a high holy day, you let it lie. But it does make for an opportune moment to take a little drive, to clear your head. You leave the house and are immediately baptized by 1,000 miniature gumdrops, some of which stick to your legs as you try to move through. Gumdrop season is always a trying time to be alive. Yet, somehow you manage. You decide to take a trip to the cemetery where your corporeal form is buried. After all, there is no one you have a greater connection to than yourself. You slide into the car, adjust your seat, and start the ignition. No matter what, the seat is never how you left it. The radio is playing Hammer to Fall. It's a deep cut, but you'll take it. You're feeling nostalgic today. The songs transition into the Flash Gordon soundtrack, which you don't care for, but you manage. You pull up to the cemetery and note that it has been replaced by one of those virtual reality grave sites. You've seen plenty enough for today. After all, who would choose to spend eternity stuck in a hellish dreamscape? I mean, as if. You get back to the car. Flash's theme is playing. You've found a new appreciation for it. You start to feel that he may actually save every one of us. If he can find his way out of that pesky pocket dimension. This has been a meaningful, if somewhat contrived, road trip.